like to give this to my students within the first lesson or two because you've heard things like this millions of times, so it's already in your head, and it gives us an opportunity to start working on some music theory, some hand position, and moving around the neck a little bit, and just getting to play some music. So if you don't know some of this stuff, that's fine. We'll talk about it in other videos, but this is going to be in the key of E, so everything wants to resolve back to this chord. So E is your 1 chord, A is your 4 chord, B7 or B will be your 5 chord. What I'd like you to do is play with fingers 1 and 3, and then for the 5 chord, do fingers 2, 1, 4. That way you're not bouncing around. It won't be very musical, and you'll be more likely to make a mistake. So I'm going to play through this in duplets, so it'll be straight eighth notes. So I will subdivide the beat equally in 2, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, that kind of thing. So I'll play it with the metronome set at 50, and then I'm going to play the rhythm, and you'll play it along with me playing the rhythm part. So here we go. Okay, so 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... So if you need to practice that a little bit, just go ahead and pause the video, and then when you feel like you're close, jump in and start playing it with the recording. And if you miss some stuff, that's fine. It's better to be kind of sparring with the recording and getting this stuff to line up to a rhythm instead of just guessing. So, okay, so I'm going to play the chords, and you're going to play what I just played on top of it. And we'll do it with the duplets again. 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Here comes a 4 chord. Now let's do it where we're going to swing it. So now instead of feeling the beat in 2, divided equally in 2, it will be equally in 3. So it'll be like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's that kind of feel, but we're only going to play on the 1 and the 3 of the triplet, not the 2. So it's 1, da, 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 3, da, 4, da, long, short, long, short, long, short, long. It's this kind of thing. So you've heard that rhythm a million times. So now I'm going to play it, swinging it, same tempo. We haven't changed tempo. It's still at 50. It's just we're subdividing equally in 3 instead of 2. Okay, so here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. I'm going to play the rhythm, and you're going to do what I just did on top of it. All right? 4, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. Now, let's do the same thing. We're going to bump the tempo up to 60. If I can figure out my metronome here. Okay, so there's 60. Duplets. 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. I will play the rhythm, and you're going to play that same part. Duplets. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. B7, A, E, the walk up. Okay, now the same thing. triplet feel. We're going to swing it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. Da, 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 da. Okay, now I will play the rhythm and you will play that, swinging it. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, da, 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 da. Seven, A, B. Okay, very good. Now let's bump it up again. And this is really important because you want to be able to subdivide the beat. You want to start to feel that. If you can't hear it or feel it right now, that's fine. Practice it when you're walking around the neighborhood, when you're just wherever. Just think, you know, if you're taking steps, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So notice I'm not speeding up the primary beat. The 1, 2, 3, 4 stays the same. We'll get into more rhythm stuff later. So don't stress out about it if you can't get it. If this is easy for you, then go ahead and grab a metronome and click it up to 90. Grab a friend and practice going back and forth. It's really important to practice this with other people, switching parts. To get a feel for it, actually playing music. So here it is at 70, duplets, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. Switch. I'm going to play rhythm. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. now we're going to swing it, still at 70. And you can tell as we're starting to speed it up, it's starting to sound like a bunch of songs that you've already heard before. And when we start looking at lead stuff, a lot of blues players, especially traditional blues stuff, but there'll be a mixing up of duplets and triplets in solo lines. So not only do you want to get a sense of this for your rhythm playing, but also for your lead playing that we're going to get into as well. So this will be swung at 70. All right, 1, 2, da 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 da. 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch. I'll play the rhythm. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, da da da. Okay, now we're going to skip 80. We're going to jump up to 90. If you need to work on, 75, 80, 85 to get up to this, then do it. And notice too, I haven't said a whole lot about the right hand. I'm not too concerned if you're down picking everything or alternate picking. You can play this straight down picking like this too. Get on duplets here. Yeah, that's right. 3, 4. See, I'm down picking everything. And that's fine. So we'll do some technique stuff later. The main thing is the left hand and starting to hear the 1, 4, 5 chords, at least starting to think about it. And then also, the position and being able to start to think about duplets and triplets. So here we go at 90. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. Okay, now I'm going to play the rhythm and you'll do it. 3, 4, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. Okay, now we're going to swing it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Da 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 da. swing it. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, da, da, da. 4, 1, 5, 4, 1. Okay, so you can see where this is going, and we moved pretty quickly, but this is the kind of stuff that I have my students do when they come to my studio. We'll work on things like this and just go back and forth, and it's not something that you get right away, but it is important to be kind of sparring with somebody. You want to work on it until you feel like you maybe are, even 60-70% there, and then you want to start playing it with a recording or with a friend, or record yourself on your phone. You could do exactly what we just did and play. You could work on the single note part, and then you could record yourself playing chords and play on top of it. So it's really important to be playing along with somebody or a rhythm as soon as possible. Even if you're missing, a third or half of the notes, it will start to line up and it will get better. Boogie Woogie is a really important part of not just guitar playing, but American music. I mean, it goes back to the mid 1900s, and if you get on YouTube and you can Google YouTube and Google playlists, people have put together videos and playlists. Boogie Woogie, just like the rest of American music, has a really interesting story, and it's worth going down the rabbit hole because it'll turn up in barrel house piano, blues piano, and then it starts making its way into the 50s in rock and roll and rockabilly, and all these things start coming together and fusing together, and you'll hear it in the Beatles, you'll hear it in Stones, you'll hear it in Zeppelin, you'll hear it traditional blues, you'll hear it in modern music. So it's really worth spending the time starting to get these under your fingers. So that was a boogie woogie, just a single note boogie woogie in E, and we're going to do a bunch of these variations. I'm going to do a whole just video series on boogie woogie stuff, and it'll get more complicated as it goes. We'll play around with different tempos, but it's always going to be this duplet triplet thing, and we'll start to bring in hammer-ons and slides and things like that. And if you email me at info@Green Hills Guitar Studio, I will get you the PDFs. I'll get you all this tab with the fingers written in, so you'll have everything that you need. And if you have any questions or any comments, please feel free to reach out. And until then, have fun, and I'll see you next time. All right, take care.